Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me here today on this live stream at whatever point you choose to join me. So, today I'm out walking and I've got a couple of specific things that I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to share my thoughts. So, I've been asked a couple of questions. I've been asked around my views on what's happening with Weightwatchers, so I'm going to share that with you. But I also want to talk about goals, so I'm going to share my thoughts. So yeah, come and walk with me. So if this is your first time joining me here, then welcome. My name is Angela, and on this channel we're a lifestyle channel. We do all sorts of things to do with that lifestyle that allows us to live our very best life, to enjoy our life, and within that to lose weight and feel great about ourselves. So if you were with me on my earlier live stream, the live stream ended because I was in an area where there was no signal. Good morning, Ali. Good morning, my lovely. Yeah, there was no signal, so I was starting the live stream and then I lost the signal because I was coming through a wooded area, a tree area, so I'll remember that for next time. But I'm out now in the sunshine. I'll turn the camera around so you can see where I am. So I'm at my local nature centre. I have been on a walk before and brought you on the walk here, and we did a different route. We're going to do the same route, but I brought you a different way. I started off a different entrance, but I lost the signal. So now that I've got a signal, I'm going to get going again. So I hope you are well. I hope you are enjoying your weekend. So today I'm going to be talking So today I'm going to be talking about a couple of things. One about goals and whether our goals are helping us or hindering us on our journey. I'm going to explore that quite a bit today because I think it's a really important topic, because sometimes we think we have a goal, and what it is we're working towards can actually cause us frustration, can trip us up, can demotivate us. So I'm going to be talking about that today and then unpicking the whole concept of goals today. And then I'm also going to share with you my thoughts on a question that I was asked just the other day about Weight Watchers. So I'm going to get straight into that. So the question that I was asked was, is Weight Watchers closing? That's the long and short of it. What's my opinion? What's my view? Is Weight Watchers closing? And I will just say, I have no insider knowledge. And as some of you know, I used to be a coach for Weight Watchers, and in April this year, just a couple of months ago, I left Weight Watchers. So I have no inside information. However, I do have some thoughts on it. So the reason the person had asked me was because Weight Watchers is closing a lot of their studio workshops around the world in the territories that they operate. Lots of workshops, studios are closing, and in recent years we've seen them exit from various countries. So a couple of years ago, Weightwatchers in Ireland closed, and last month another country, Brazil, closed. So yeah, there is cause for concern. So the question was, do I think that Weightwatchers is closing? So my views on this, and these are just my personal views, is if Weightwatchers closed, it would be a very sad day. A very sad day. Because Weightwatchers has been around for 60 years and more, and they are synonymous with weight loss. And you know, if you ask the majority, well, you ask a good percentage of the population, particularly the older generation, maybe people 60 plus, particularly women, and you ask them if they've heard of Weightwatchers, they'll all say yes. And it'll be either they done Weightwatchers or a family member has done Weightwatchers. So it's so many people are familiar with Weightwatchers, and good or bad, Weightwatchers has been part of their health and wellness and weight loss journey. So if Weightwatchers was to close, I think it would be a really sad day. I really truly do. However, saying that, I don't think Weightwatchers is going to close. I really don't. I don't think it's going to close. Weightwatchers is a multi-billion pound corporation. And yes, if you follow the stock markets, we know that their shares has absolutely hit rock bottom. And I think that there's lots of reasons for that. I'm not into shares and, you know, the stock markets and all of that. So I honestly don't know. But what we do know is that the share price has fallen. So I lost connection again. So I do apologise about that. The connection's not great today. But I hope that you're still with me. And when I get home, I can check the live stream and I can download and edit, or I will just do it again when I get home. Here we go. So I'm back. The connection today is not good. I do apologise about that. I really do. So I was just sharing my thoughts on Weightwatchers. I'm about halfway around the valley now. Isn't this just beautiful? It's the Swan Pool. Beautiful. I just absolutely love it here. I love coming here just to think, just to clear my mind, just to relax. And sometimes I'll bring a little picnic with my friend, and yeah, it's lovely. So I was talking about Weightwatchers. Do I think Weightwatchers is going to close? And my response is no. I don't think it's going to close. I think that yes, it's closing lots of studio workshops, but I think that is because times are changing. When COVID happened, when the world came to an end and everything stopped and everything closed, lots of businesses didn't survive. Lots of businesses closed and shut their doors. Lots of people were made redundant. But Weightwatchers clung on. and they clung on because they launched the virtuals. And I think that the virtuals kept them afloat during COVID. I also think that after COVID, the world is a very different place. Very different. And the way that we do things has changed. But the way that we, as consumers, we need to think about things, we've been forced to consider, to explore things and look at things differently. And if weren't ready to come along with change, to some extent we've been forced to think about changing. And if we don't change, we get left behind. So when COVID came, Weightwatchers, like every other business, had to adapt. And adaptation meant that they had to bring on board virtuals, but also studio workshops were closed. One, because lots of venues didn't want companies, including Weightwatchers, using their facilities. Secondly, those companies who did increase their prices because they need to recover costs, so it became very expensive. Also, sometimes the members decided, actually, I don't want to go to a studio because that can impact my health. Also, if their local studio closed, they now have to travel further, and that's not always possible. Dating times make it inconvenient. Studios started to see a dip in their numbers, and as a business, they have to be profitable. So if a studio workshop isn't making money, then it has to close. And sometimes I think that as members, we don't always appreciate that. We see that actually Weightwatchers has studio workshops. I want one in my local area, and I want it opened so that I can attend. But we don't always appreciate the backstory to that, which is that if you've got one and it's not profitable and people aren't attending it, it's gonna have to close. That's just how business works. And to run a studio workshop is very expensive. But with virtuals, whilst there is a cost to virtuals, I think virtuals, the cost is a lot less. So that's why they've invested in virtuals, but not everybody likes virtuals. Not everybody gets the level of support that they want and need from virtuals. So it's a difficult one, but I think that Weightwatchers is a very creative business, and it survived 60 years, whereas lots of other businesses haven't. If you look at Jenny Craig in America, they've closed. Slimmer that we had in the UK, they've closed. Lots of smaller ones have come and gone, but yet Weightwatchers is still there, still here, because I think that it's got the leadership is very creative, rightly or wrongly, whether we agree with it or not. I think that the leadership is very creative, and they will find ways of keeping the business afloat. And yeah, there is always going to be changes. They change the app, they change the program. There's always going to be changes that we don't like. And I just think that that is the nature of business. When a business is making business decisions, first they look at profitability, because if you're not profitable, you ain't got a business. And then they look at, what's going to get the best amount of business from what they can provide. So if studios are not profitable, then they're going to reduce them and they're going to close them because they're not making money. So there's a lot that goes on. I also think that the fact that Weightwatchers has gone into medication, rightly or wrongly, personally, I don't disagree. I think it's a good thing that Weightwatchers has entered this space and is providing another option for people, because some people need support around taking medications. Sometimes people need to take medication for their life, to improve their life. Sometimes it's recommended by doctors. Some people struggle to lose weight a traditional way because we're all different. So I totally agree and support that Weightwatchers has entered the medication space, but I think that it's not gone down well with a lot of members, because members say that a one trick method, which is just eat healthily and move more. And I get that, but not everybody can do that. So I fully support that Weightwatchers has entered the space. In saying that, people need to get medical advice, and good medical advice, about whether the drugs are suitable for them. I also think that eventually Weightwatchers will support people who have had weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery. There's a lot of people who have already had bariatric surgery. Some people are quite open about it and others are not. But again, I think that Weightwatchers will become more open around supporting people who have had bariatric surgery to lose weight and keep it off. And I've supported, when I was Weightwatchers coach, I've supported quite a few members who have had bariatric surgery, and they've been quite open and told me that they have had bariatric surgery and they need support. So it's all been a bit quiet, but I think it'd be good to see the day where Weightwatchers is open, publicly open, and say, we will support people who've had bariatric surgery, because the thing with bariatric surgery is it's not a magic pill. It's not a magic tool. It is a tool just like weight loss drugs. It's a tool just like a weight loss plan. It's a tool. And with the tool, you have to still have healthy habits in place. Otherwise, the weight loss will stop and weight gain will happen. And I've mentioned it before, I know several people, family members and friends, who have had bariatric surgery. A couple of them have lost the weight and have kept it off, but a couple of them have gained all their weight back and more. And I support them on their journey, and the one thing that strikes me is that they've not understood that surgery is not a cure. Yeah, they still have to put healthy habits in place. They still have to eat right in order to lose the weight and keep it off. Usually in the first couple of months, the weight literally just drops off because their stomachs cannot. It's physically impossible for their stomachs to consume as much food as they used to. But over time, the hormone level changes and they can now start to eat a lot more food. And so one person that I support, their thing is alcohol. They don't eat a lot of food, but they drink a lot of alcohol. And that's not to say they're an alcoholic or anything, they're not. But they like to drink alcohol. And alcohol has a lot of calories. And it's because of that, and eating what they call slider foods, crisps and biscuits and chocolates and cakes, that is what's made them put the weight back on. So I'm working with them to put some healthy habits in place. So so I hope that one day Weightwatchers will openly and publicly say, just like they have done with the weight loss drugs, I hope that they will say that we do support people who have had weight loss surgery. But other types of weight loss interventions, like hypnosis, some people have hypnosis therapy to help them on their weight loss journey. So I hope that in the future Weightwatchers will say, we're not just about following our plan and our program, but we support people who are trying to lose weight and improve their health in whatever way they choose. Whether it's naturally diet and exercise, whether it's medication, whether it's surgery, whether it's hypnosis. But we'll see. So I don't think that Weightwatchers is going to close. I think that we will see more and more online support services, but I don't think it's going to close yet. And I'll say it would be a very, very sad day if it closed, for the community, for all the amazing coaches that work there. But in saying that, I would love to see Weightwatchers broaden out in terms of their offering, because at the moment the mindset is, you can only lose weight and keep it off if you're following the Weightwatchers plan, and I totally disagree with that. I think that is just one way to lose weight. It's just one. And there's numerous ways, numerous methods to lose weight. And it's helping people find the way that works for them and helping them to be confident with their choices. So there you go. There's my thoughts. I hope that answers the question. Somebody else asked me the question of, do I think Weightwatchers will close? No, I don't. I don't think it will close. I think we will always have a Weightwatchers for another 60 years, but it's going to be very different to the Weightwatchers that we knew. And to be fair, whilst I started off my career at Weightwatchers as a studio coach, I didn't think it was particularly effective, because people would come along, they would get weighed, and then I'd ask them how they're getting on with the plan, and they'd be like, oh, I'm not following the plan. It was just a social. It was a bit of a social, which was fine. I'm not saying that that's anything wrong in that. But in terms of being an effective support system, yes, it may be for a chit chat, having a coffee, but in terms of weight loss, wasn't particularly effective for everyone. For some people, yes, but not for everyone. So I didn't always think that it was effective, but the virtuals I thought was fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts. So the next point I wanted to cover on our Sunday morning walk and talk, our chit chat, is about goals. So goal setting goals. And is our goal demotivating us? Does our goal help us? Does our goal motivate us? Or does our goal hinder us? Is our goal getting in the way of our success? Do we even have a goal? So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, having worked with people and coaching them, not just as, my camera's gone a bit funny. Okay, I hope you can still see me. So the reason I say this is because, having worked with people for many years as a coach, as a trainer, the one thing that I realise is that what stops people from really achieving results is their goals. So what I want you to do, guys, is think for a moment and pop it in the chat box if you wish, but share with me, what's your goal? What is your overall goal on this journey? But also, what's your goal this week? What is it you want to achieve this week? Feel free to share that with me. Good morning. So, having worked with people, whether it be in business, whether it be about life goals, whether it be about career goals, whether it be about weight loss goals, the one thing that stands out to me is that most people are very vague. So, for example, most people in the weight loss sector wanting to lose weight, if I said, well, what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? And it'll be, well, I want to lose weight. They might even have thought about it, which is great, and might have put a number to it, might want to lose 3 stone, 5 stone, 10 stone. They might say, I want to get into a size 12 or 14. They might say, well, I used to be this weight or this size and I want to get back to that. Or it might be, I want to look a certain way, or I want to improve my health, I want to get fit. So these are all goals that when you ask the average person, they will say, this is what my goal is. And then the next week, okay, how did it go? What did you do to achieve your goal? And they'd be like, well, I followed the plan and I lost X amount of weight, or I didn't lose. So they're either excited or they're demotivated. And then I say, well, what's your goal for next week? And it's the same. Well, I want to look fitter, I want to get stronger, I want to lose this weight, I want to lose 3 pounds. You know, I want to, you know, do X, Y, and Z. And then the next week, we don't see them again. Why is that? Why is that? And over the years, I've often pondered that. Why don't we see... And Weight Watchers, when I worked for Weight Watchers, the statistics was that if by week 4, less than 50% of people will return. Yeah. At the end of week 1, they sign up week 1, at least a good 80% of people will come back. By week 2, that number drops. Week 3 drops again, and by week 4, less than half who signed up on week 1 will return in week 4. And I used to often ponder this and think, why? Why is that? And I really believe that it's because we haven't set really clear, realistic goals. It's because the goal, maybe when we say to people, what do you want to achieve? Well, I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight? Yeah, 3 stones. Okay, and how are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to follow the plan. So their goals are very much linked to a number on the scale. Okay, the goal can also be linked to something really vague, like I want to feel fitter. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? You want to feel fitter, you want to feel stronger. Or it might be, well, I want to be healthy. I might be suffering with high blood pressure, diabetes, etc, etc. I want to feel healthier. What does that mean? Because healthy for one person could be very different for another. What does that mean? I want to look better. Well, seriously, what does that mean? Somebody who is a size 16, for example, may be wishing that they were a size 10 and they want to look greater to size 10. But somebody who maybe is a size 6 maybe think, I'm too thin, I want to look better, I want to get to a size 12. And somebody who's a size, I don't know, 30, to them, being a 16 is ideal. So what does that mean? What does it mean when we have these vague goals? I want to get fitter, I want to get stronger, I want to lose weight, I want to be, you know, get into 3 sizes smaller. What does that mean? And sometimes because we're not clear, we don't have clarity on what it is that we want to achieve, that can really motivate us. So if, for example, I say to somebody, what do you want to achieve? Well, I want to lose weight. How much weight? I want to lose, you know, 3 stone. Okay, so what does that mean for this week? Well, this week I'd like to lose 3 pounds. Okay. Then they go away, and it may be that they've lost ½ pound that week. That is often a demotivator, because they've set themselves up wanting to lose 3 pounds, not thought about, well, what does that even mean? What changes do I have to make to achieve that? What adjustments in my life do I need to make? How's that going to affect me and my family? Is that really affordable? Is that really achievable? I've not thought about that. So when they do lose half a pound, which is fantastic, they're not seeing it. We don't see it because we've set ourselves up for this grand weight loss, because, you know, weight loss programs tell us to achieve between 1 and 2 pounds a week is good. And I remember back in the day, I remember thinking, okay, if I lose 2 pounds a week, that's like over 3 stones in a year, nearly 4 stones. And if I lose a pound a week, that's 2 stones a year. Right, I'm gonna aim for 1.5 pounds each week to lose about 3 stones. I remember working out the statistics, and then I got wise and realised actually weight loss doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that at all. But for me, what really held me back on my journey was having all of these unrealistic goals, things that I thought was goals, and they weren't goals at all. It was things that were setting me up to fail, because I didn't really understand what a goal was and what that would mean for me on an everyday basis. But also, a lot of my goals was all about the scales. It was all about how much pounds I can lose. I wasn't even focusing in on the health element. It was all about that number. And if I didn't lose that number, then I would get really disappointed. And that would demotivate me. And I would stop following my plan, stop following my program, because that was the only thing I was focusing in on. I was just focusing in on that number. So, you know, setting goals that are clear and more than just that number on the scale really helped me on my journey to losing 125 pounds so far. Now my goals are more around, what do I want to look like? I've moved away from having goals that focus on my physical appearance. I've moved away from the goals around the oh, do you know, I've never ever seen this before. Never ever seen this. Oh, so this says LLB Jack Barry, the 4th of March 2002 to the 7th of March 2021. Forever loved, our sunshine. And somebody's left some flowers, so a memorial plaque there. Never ever seen that before, and I've been coming here for years, absolute years. So yeah, now my goals are very different. Goals are now are not around the scales. It's not around a number. And now my goals are a longer term, but also I take time, and I'm still a work in progress, I will be honest. You know, I'm still working on this, but it's more those longer term goals. So I'll give you a classic example. So as you know, I live I live with pain every single day due to my health condition. And this week I had an appointment with my consultant at the hospital, and she asked me how I was doing, and I told her I'm in a lot of pain, particularly my hips, and my knees, my feet, just generally, and it's not getting any better. And she said, okay, I'm going to have to, we'll switch you up. We'll switch your medication. I've got another steroid injection coming. And whilst I didn't really want any more, and she did say last time she couldn't give me another injection. I'm assuming it's different types, because she couldn't give me one for the arthritis in my hands, but because it's in my hips and it's really affecting my mobility, she's agreed to give me one. Which, to be fair, when I heard that, I was really pleased, because when I have this injection into my hips, it literally just clears up the inflammation that's running rife in my body. And when the inflammation has gone, I'm able to move easier. And because I'm able to move easier, I can do a lot more. I can get out, I can walk, I can swim, I can run, I can do things easier. Well, not run, but I can at least do a little walk, jog. But I can do that. And then that in turn helps with my health. Because if I'm able to move more, it means that it then has an impact on my diabetes, because I'm moving, which means that I'm not falling asleep as much. It's not doing all that internal damage because my glucose levels are high. So it has that knock-on impact. So she has said I can have a steroid injection, but also she's going to put me on a new set of painkillers. And I was, and I thought, what? I'm happy to try the painkillers. I'm happy to try them. But the reality is, I've been on pain medication. Hi. I've been on pain medication and treatment for where are we? Well over 20 years. And I got to a point where I thought, yeah, I'm happy to try anything that's going to give me some pain relief, but I need to really be buckling down and thinking about the goals that I need to set and work on to help me release this pain from my body, so that I'm not living on painkillers. So that was enough to drive me to say, right, Angela, get your ass in gear. So you might have seen a video I did the other week, my shopping haul, where I went out and I bought myself a new swim cap to get all my hair in. I need now to get, I pulled out my swimsuit from last year. It's way too big. I need to buy me a new swimsuit. So going up to the supermarket today to get one. And then I've already signed up for my membership at the pool, so I can get out there and I can swim. And I did think about rejoining the gym. It's something I really wanted to do, especially after I saw my personal trainer last week. But I decided, because I'm now working full time and time is very limited for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, which I did this morning, let me quickly add, is I went onto YouTube and I did a workout. And I thought, okay, those are really realistic, truly doable things I can do. I can get up in the morning and also after work in the evening, and I can do a workout on YouTube, whether it be a 5-minute workout if I'm pushed for time, or even a 15-20 minute workout if I've got a little extra time. That's truly doable, okay? And all of that is going to help. The movement's going to help me. It's going to help release the pain. It's going to make me feel better, you know, not in as much pain. All these are little truly doable things that I can do. And morning, hi. And so yeah, these are all truly doable things. And because it's connected to my health, when I think about my goal, I am no longer thinking about my goal is to improve my health. That may be a long-term goal, but my short-term goals is that I'm going to be getting up at least 3 or 4 times a week and doing a YouTube video once a week as a minimum, getting over the valley and doing a walk, and also at least once a week going and doing a swim. So can you see, I've gone from I want to lose weight and improve my health to now having some really achievable, realistic goals. And again, nothing to do with the scale for me, and yours might be to do with the scales, yeah, because we're all different. Your goal might be about losing a number, it might be about maintaining, it might be about working on the mindset that's going to help you to achieve your goals. It may be some practical things about how you want to feel. It may be so many different things, but the key is to look at whatever it is you want to achieve and break it down. What is truly doable? So for example, if my goal for the week is around mindset, then I think, okay, I need to listen to some podcasts. I'm going to be clear about what podcasts I'm going to listen to, be clear on how they're going to help me, be clear on when I'm going to listen to them, what needs to happen for me to have it, to do that. For example, you know, having my earpods, I'm clear about when I'm going to do that. So for me at the moment, it's all day every day, but it might also just be when I'm driving to work, when I get home from work in the evenings, at weekends, whilst I'm cooking, whilst I'm cleaning. So just being really clear about when I'm going to do that. And when we do that and we really become clear and defined about what it is that we want to achieve, then we can start to measure it. We can measure our success, and that can keep us motivated. And we're taking that step away from being vague. It's the vagueness that trips us up. It's being vague that gets us demotivated. So if this week I say, so my week starts on Sunday, my goal is, as I mentioned, to do a walk, to do some YouTube videos, and to swim. So I've not done the swimming yet. It's only Sunday. I need to get my swimming costume and I need to book it, which I will do this week. I've already been for one walk, so I've already hit that goal of doing a walk this week, and I will do more this week, so it's bonus. And I've already done 1 out of 4 YouTube videos, so achievable. And when we do that, it can make us feel like, yes, I'm making progress. I'm making progress towards that long-term goal of improving my health, getting fit, and losing weight. So, all about perspective. So, I ask you, what are your goals? What are you working on? Is your goals helping you, or does your goals trip you up? Is your goals hindering you? Do you need some clarity around your goals? Do you need some help to really drill down and define your goals and how you can make your goals really truly livable and doable? Do you need help in getting away from the vagueness and being really clear on what you're going to do to help you take that step forward to achieving that longer term goal? So if you do, then we have our membership. So feel free to check that out. And as part of the membership, I also offer coaching. So I offer a coaching session whereby we can sit virtually and really explore what it is you want to achieve in your health and wellness journey. And then we can start unpicking that and really drilling down and finding out what's truly achievable, what's truly doable for you, and then set some really realistic and practical goals for the month, for the week, maybe for the next couple of months, so that it keeps you focused and it keeps you motivated. So if that's the sort of thing that you need some help with, then yeah, check out the membership. It's right here on YouTube. It's $25.99 for the month, and with that you get a coaching session, but you also get everything else we have to offer, which is our Zoom sessions, our social hub networks. You get the cooking sessions, you get chit chat, you also get it's gone off the top of my head. Oh, we've got a Confident You workshop coming up. So specialised workshops, we've got lots going on. So feel free to check out the membership and come and join us. There is no tie-in. So it may be that you just want to access the coaching session just for a month, just to set some goals and see how you get on. You can access the coaching and everything else that the membership has to offer for a month, and then see how you get on, and then come back to us as and when you're ready. And there will always be content here on YouTube, but if you want that specialised one-on-one specific support, then do check out that membership. And let's get clear, let's get really clear. I've lost in total 125 pounds now. That's just under 9 stone. And it took me the best part of 4 years to really understand goal setting, because up until then my goal setting was, right, I'm going to track 100%. Well, that's totally unrealistic for me. One, because I absolutely hate tracking, but tracking didn't really, well, what was that for? That was just telling me that I could use an app and I could track my food. Woohoo! Yeah, it didn't help me long term. Yeah, it could have been that, right, I'm going to cook a different meal or different recipe. Yeah, okay, great, nice. That's going to help me have, something different this week. But it didn't help me with the long-term bigger picture. So after I've cooked that meal, what next? Went back to my old ways. And that's what kept me yo-yoing. And that's what kept me frustrated for so many years. And it was only when the penny dropped and I was like, do you know what? My goals need to be so much bigger than that. But not only bigger, I need to be clear. I need clarity. So now on my journey, there's absolutely no frustrations. No frustrations. And if at the end of the month I got on the scales and I didn't lose as much as I thought I would, in fact, to be honest, now I don't even have an expectation around the scale. I don't have an expectation because so much has changed in my life. So much has absolutely changed. I don't have expectations, and therefore I have no frustrations. Have no frustrations. I don't get the frustration that you see in the weight loss journey. People being frustrated at losing half a pound or staying the same or gaining. All of that is gone for me because my goal is clear. I'm clear on the bigger picture, the long term. And that has really helped my mindset and has helped me on this journey to lose 125 pounds. But not only that, to change my life. To absolutely change my life. I remember I've just done a full lap of the valley, which is about 3 miles in total. And I remember the day when I used to come with my partner and I was literally holding on to him, and every seat around the valley I would have to sit down and just catch my breath. I was so unfit, so unwell, so heavy. I couldn't even do it. You know, and I walk around the valley now without stopping. And yes, I'm still in pain because of my hips, but I can now do it without stopping. And I think, gosh, I remember the days I couldn't even get from the entrance to the first bench, and I'd literally have to stop and my partner would have to hold me. And now look how far I've come. Can't measure that on a set of scales. Just can't measure that. So it's celebrating all of those successes, looking back and celebrating all those wins. And yeah, I look back now and I think I've made my life has changed. Not just the weight, not just the pounds, not just the scales, but my life. Yeah, I remember the days where I was so unwell, I couldn't even get out of bed. And then when I did, I struggled to get up and down the stairs. I was so ill. And then I remember going for a walk and just leaving my house and getting to the end of the grove. It felt like I'd run a marathon. It was so tough. And now I don't even think about that. You know, it's nothing for me to do that. Again, progress. I had to get clear on my goals. And when I started to get clear on those goals, the frustration about the pounds going up and down was inconsequential, because now I was living my life. I was enjoying my life. I was getting out. I was moving. You know, I started socialising again. Then I was able to get back out to work. I started to change my life. So yeah, you know, thinking about our goals, we need to get clear. We need to get clarity. And sometimes that clarity, the lack of clarity, holds us back and keeps us frustrated. And that's what makes us go back and forth, up and down, pounds on, pounds off. We leave a plan or a program, we come back to it, we're going round in circles. We need to get clarity on the bigger picture. So guys, I'm going to end it here now because I've got to get home. We're going out for lunch. I need to get home, get cleaned up, get dressed, and then go and meet my family for lunch. But I hope you found this of value. I hope you found it of interest. If so, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And remember, do check out the membership on the channel. I would love for you to come and join our community. Anyway, guys, I'm going to try and come back to you a little bit later this evening because I've got a really, really important topic I want to share with you. But if not, I will do it in the week. But I'm going to try and come back to you today. Anyway, in the meantime, have the most wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And I will see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.